Hi everyone, this is Heather Lawton from the Flourish.Academy. This is episode 407. I have a quick productivity tip for you today, but I talk a lot with photographers about editing sessions and how long it should take. Personally, my goal with every session outside of a wedding is 1 hour. 1 hour from the time I upload the card till the time I am sending the email with the Pixie Set notification. Okay, I don't send that within an hour of doing it because sometimes I finish the session the next day and I tell the clients it'll be about 2 weeks, and I usually give it to them in a few days to a week. But the point is I can finish it in 1 hour, and I should. Now in regards to a wedding, it takes me about 8 hours to finish a wedding from start to complete finish. But obviously that has taken years to get to that point. I am very, very efficient because as an image appears on my screen, I know exactly what I want to do with it. Now, when you're starting out, you're going to invest a lot of time in experimenting and figuring out your own style and what works and how much you want to do to a photo. I will say that many of you spend too long per photo. You're trying to tweak and make everything perfect, and you have to remember the minimum effective dose. If 2 Tylenol will cure your headache, why do you need 10? And at what point is the image good enough that all of your little tweaking is not matter, it doesn't matter in the end game, you know, that the photo isn't getting that much better to warrant the time that you're spending on it. So I encourage you to be as efficient as possible, doing your best job. Of course, I'm not suggesting that you hurry through your images. I'm just saying that you should be as efficient as possible. If you photograph portraits, families, seniors, newborns, anything of that nature, I think you could have these sessions done in an hour. That should be your goal. Now, if you're struggling and you are just pixel peeping and tinkering too much with your images, then might I suggest you use a timer. So one way that I tackle tasks that I either don't want to do or that I'm just taking too long on is I use this timer. I use this big obnoxious timer that I purchased from Amazon. I'll post the link below, but I love it because I can set the timer, say for 45 minutes, and this will count down, and I set it right next to my monitor, and it's a very good visual to remind me to stay on task, and also helps me eliminate switch tasking, which wastes time. So I don't want to switch tasks because I'm on this one task and I'm on a timer and it's right in front of me and it's like super obvious that I need to work on it. I use this all the time. I use it for the kids too. I'll set it for 30 minutes and I'll say, listen, you can give me 30 minutes in that room. You can clean your room for 30 minutes and put on some music, make a game out of it, do something fun. This is hugely helpful. Now, I want to encourage you to do something like this with an analog clock that's extremely visual. I love the red because your brain functions better that way. So if you set your digital watch or something digital on your computer, it is absolutely not as effective. I read some studies on the brain, which basically makes me a neuroscientist, where they say that an analog, when you look at an analog, your brain processes it extremely quickly without any thought required. But when you look at digital, it actually takes you a second to process and there's some lag there. And you might not think that's a big deal, but if this is right next to my monitor and it's in my peripheral vision, it keeps me on task. It's big, it's obnoxious, and I love it. Mara and I use this for the podcast as well to keep us on task. You'll notice that zero of our episodes have been over 30 minutes. Zero, because we set it at about 25 minutes and we make sure we stay within that time frame. This is hugely helpful. Now, I do a lot of teaching and speaking on time management, productivity, and goal setting. And guess what? The course is just about ready. I have all of the videos recorded, so everything that I teach is also going to be available online. And if you're familiar with years ago when I was conducting the Business and Life Bootcamp, it's that material, and it's changed a lot of lives. I'm super proud of it. I can't wait to share it with you guys. So you'll be hearing a lot more productivity tips, time management, goal setting, that type of thing. It's that time of year. I love it. You have to be more productive and intentional with your time. I manage my time. Excuse me, that's not true, because you can't manage time. You can only manage yourself. I am currently managing myself very well. You will often hear me say that I own time. I have all the time in the world, because the truth is you get done exactly what you want to get done. So you probably have more time than you think. I'll see you in the next video.